Hey guys, this month we are talking about colors. Well, this month and all of summer. But more importantly, we are talking about the life of David, a shepherd boy who becomes the king of Israel. This week, we are focusing on brown. The Bible tells us that before David's battle with Goliath, he went to the riverbed and he picked up 5 smooth stones. A lot of you left your artwork here at church, which is awesome if you mean to donate them to our little prayer garden. If not, please remember to pick them up this next Sunday. There's something exciting about new art supplies. New crayons, new pencils. They've got that nice point on them. There's so much possibility when you have a new item. But I want to bring to mind some of our used items. I don't know if you noticed, this last Sunday we had some broken crayons on the tables as part of the decoration. Broken crayons aren't necessarily a lot of fun to draw with. They still work. You can still draw some really cool stuff. You can remember that we were talking about purple with the anointing of King David. You can remember that we were talking about gray. Ooh, here's a good gray one. With how David played the harp for King Saul. I just did a music note there. But sometimes smaller things are harder to use. It's much nicer when you have a big crayon. Here's the trick. God can use small things to do big things. It was pretty uncommon for a soldier to come to a battle with rocks. I don't think Goliath was expecting it. In fact, he made fun of David for choosing to fight with rocks. Joke was on him at the end, I guess. But God can use you and your small gifts, no matter if you think they're broken or not good enough, or other people would look at them and just throw them out. You can do things, big things, with small things. And so to show you that, I have some of the crayons. I've got them peeled. These don't have any wrappers on them. And I put them together in colors that are kind of similar. So I've got greens and blues and yellows and oranges and reds and pinks over here. This is a silicone mold. You can get molds like this in craft stores or baking stores. I stuck this one in the microwave for, well, I did 30 seconds and then 30 seconds and then 2 minutes and 90 seconds. So 4.5 minutes. The whole thing was in there for 4.5 minutes. And so you can tell some of the wax has different densities or different melting points. These two on the bottom here melted really good. When those cool, I'll have little pine tree, Christmas tree crayons. This one did it kind of like half and half. This one, they're stuck in there, so the bottom of them melted, but not the top. And then this one, not very much at all. So how to make melted crayons when they're all done. Here's one of the flower ones I have. You can tell this was pinks and purples and blues, and you can still see some of the crayon bits that are in there. And this you can draw with. And it's kind of cool because it makes kind of like a rainbow crayon. So if you super want to stay in the theme, you can choose to make brown crayons, reds and oranges and browns. It doesn't take much to do. Get some of your broken crayons, take off the paper wrappers. You can save those for confetti or something, or just recycle them. And then you'll have a bunch of crayons without their papers. Oh, and there looks like there's some in here that I've done before. Yep, there's what's left of a little heart crayon, and all melted together. Here's some little flowers or heart splats, an orange one. So you can do these in any shape. Put them in a silicone mold, and that's sometimes the easiest. But a normal muffin pan, if you have the paper lining, will work too. Don't do the metal one in the microwave, and don't do a metal one without a paper or a wrap of some sort, because you do not want to use these for muffins and have crayon bits stuck in them. And you can turn your broken crayons into beautiful works of art that are easier to use. While you're doing that, remember that David was still pretty young when he fought Goliath. He was still at home taking care of the sheep. Even though he had been anointed to be king and he had worked in the palace to help Saul with the harp, his brothers were at the battle and he wasn't. But God was able to use him in a mighty way that no one else was willing to step up with, because David had faith that God could do big things with little things. Have a great week, and I will see you later. Bye.